Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, another episode, and all the good things. Do you like stuff? Do you have a difficult time getting rid of stuff because you think you may use it at some point in the future? Or maybe you just keep stuff for sentimental reasons. Do you see new tech, new running shoes, new gear, next percent? I'm thinking of you, and you have to have it. Or at the very least, you wish you could have it. Today's episode is about minimalism, with a focus on running. In this video, I'm going to tell you why I consider myself to be minimalist-ish. Minimalist-ish. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about this new segment of minimalism. Minimalistic-ishness. That's me. Stay tuned. My name's Matt, and on this channel I provide ideas to help you with your running life, and maybe just your life in general. Who knows? Maybe I provide entertainment. I know I'm entertained by making these videos for you, so yeah, it's safe to say this channel is an entertainment channel. So, if you run, if you live, or you like to be entertained, right now would be the time to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Oh, and when you subscribe, you can go back and check out the whole library of past episodes. Click that bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. That's the best way. That is the only way. I upload once a week, but click that bell icon so YouTube notifies you every single time. This channel is getting dangerously close to 400 subscribers. 400 subscribers. You know what comes after 400? 500. Well, I know there is 100 in between, but 500 is right around the corner from 400, and you know what? I'm going to do something special for 500 subscribers. I think I'll do a giveaway. You know what? I love seeing these giveaways on these YouTube channels, so that's what I'm going to do. That seems like a good idea. And it'll probably be something just from around the house that I don't want anymore to enhance my minimalistic-ish lifestyle. Are you ready to get into this week's video? Minimalism, running? Let's go. Intro! So what exactly is minimalism? I think it depends on who you ask. Minimalism exists on a continuum. So, for example, let's say you are at this end of the continuum. It just means you are not as minimalist as you would be if you were at this end of the continuum. It doesn't negate your minimalistic. It doesn't negate your minimalism. It just means that you've got room to grow. You can move further down the continuum of minimalism. So, if you want to be a minimalist, you can start by taking a minimalist step, like getting rid of something. Joshua and Ryan over at theminimalist.com describe minimalism as a tool to rid yourself of life's excesses so you can focus on what's important. Minimalism allows you to find happiness, fulfillment, and freedom. That seems like a pretty good definition. I don't know what country you're watching this video in, but it's pretty safe to say that we live in a society where more stuff equates to more happiness. More stuff means more success. Running is probably the most minimalist of sports, right? At its essence, we really don't need anything more than what we already have. Even if we had nothing, we could still run. However, it can be tough being a minimalist runner, especially as you become more involved in the community. We need shoes specific to running, and maybe a couple different pairs of shoes depending on the type of running we're doing. You probably have a pair of stability shoes with quite a bit of cushion as your daily runners. These are good because they absorb impact well, and they're durable, so they can sustain a lot of miles being run in them. But what if you race? What if you need to turn your legs over just a little quicker in your workouts? You're probably going to want something a little lighter. That's another pair of shoes. What if you do trail running? You're probably going to want something a little more rugged, bigger lugs, maybe even a rock plate that can stand up to that type of running. Things like your weight, unique biomechanics, your training preferences, the training surfaces. These are all things to think about when you're buying shoes, and not every shoe fits every situation. Well, I guess as a minimalist, you could argue that you could use the same pair of shoes in every situation, but you know what? We're being marketed to by these billion-dollar running companies, and they want us to buy all these shoes. And they may be onto something, but I'm a minimalist, so I'm on the side of less. Less is more. Oh, one more thing. Do you track the miles in your shoes? Well, if you track the miles in your shoes, you may be wanting to replace them more often than if you remained blissfully ignorant of the midsole breaking down and the increased impact pressure on your body with every single step you take. That could cause you to buy a new pair of shoes. I know it does me. Does that still make me a minimalist? I guess my point is that there are so many options out there, so many options for you as a runner that you may be tempted to buy more than you actually need. As a runner, your minimalist sport can really turn into something not as fun if you're always craving the next pair of shoes, the next piece of gear. I mean, we're just runners, we're not triathletes. So, are you wondering what I use that makes me a minimalist in running? Well, I rotate 3 pairs of shoes at any one time. So does that seem like a lot? No, but there's always someone that's less of a minimalist than you. So compared to them, you are a minimalist. Anyway, back to me. I rotate 3 pairs of shoes. 2 of those pairs are only used for running. I don't use them for anything else. I track the mileage and I rotate them every other day or every other time I run. The 3rd pair of shoes are used for everything else athletic, like going to the gym. Now, pay attention, because this next part is what I think makes me a minimalist when it comes to my running. I don't keep anything. When it's done, I throw it away. So, when I'm done with those, I rotate 3 pairs of shoes. When it's time for me to rotate another pair of shoes in because the mileage has reached its peak on the running shoes, those running shoes get turned into the regular athletic shoes. Then I bring in a new pair to run in. My pair that I'm rotating out gets donated. Everything I've stopped using gets donated. If I buy a new item of clothing, I donate at least 1, but maybe 2 pieces of clothing so I can fit in the new piece. This means my wardrobe is always in a constant state of reduction. You all know that I live in Florida, so this next part might be easier for me than other people, but for 90 to 95% of the year, I only run in running shorts. No shirt, just shorts and shoes, and that's it, I'm out the door. What does this mean? It means I don't wear shirts, so I don't need many. So you know how you always get a new running shirt every time you do a race? Well, I only keep the running shirts that are neutral and I have to like them. So those are the 2 criteria. If they are some crazy color, even if I like it, I'm not gonna keep it because, I'm more of a neutral. I'm more comfortable in neutral colors. So those would get donated immediately. If I do like the running shirt and it's neutral, I'll put it into my wardrobe, but I will take out an older running shirt and that gets donated. The majority of my race medals get donated. I have kept a couple. I think I've kept all my Boston race medals. I think I kept the belt buckle from a 100-miler I did a couple years ago. Everything else gets donated though. I did have a big box, and when I was digging through it, it was just easier to bring the whole thing to my local donation spot and give those to someone that will probably appreciate them more than I do. Because let's be honest, yeah, some people hang their medals on the wall, but for a lot of us, those medals just get put in a box, maybe stuffed under the bed, put out in the garage, and never looked at again. Honestly, I know I said I keep my Boston medals, but I have no idea where they are. I do keep my race numbers. I know, as a minimalist, that's pretty surprising, but I do keep my race numbers, and they get filed away. What am I gonna do with them? I have no idea. I'm probably gonna keep them until a time that I'm in a tizzy of minimalistic delirium and I decide to just put them all in the bin. Hey, I'm sure you've seen all the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter posts where people have hundreds of race bibs up on the wall. All their medals are lining it. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm not judging. It's very important to be proud of the stuff you do, and you can be proud of your accomplishments, and you want to look at it every day because it motivates you. No judgment. No judgment coming from this guy. I've just found that I am a little happier with less clutter and less stuff around my house. Look, we really haven't got into running specific clothing or watches. I mean, you've got to track your runs, right? We haven't got into all the running accessories, the pre-run stuff, hydration stuff while you're running, the hydration belts, the hydration bottles, stuff to help you after the run, the rollers. Yes, I have a few of these things, but I've been wearing the same watch for 2 years. 2 years! Do you know how far the technology has come in the last 2 years in running watches? I need to stop right here because I'm kind of talking myself into getting a new watch. I'm not going to. I'm a running minimalist, and I'm keeping this watch for at least another year. 6 months. At least 6 months. Alright, I was hoping to dig a little deeper into this minimalistic thing in this video, but I think that's enough for today. If you guys want to see more of what makes me a minimalist, let me know in the comments below, and if I get enough people, maybe I'll do a video on it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You know, that's what you do. It's give and take. I make these videos, you subscribe to my channel so you can see them. You know, it's a give and take relationship. How about a question of the day? This is an easy one. Do you consider yourself a minimalist? Write down in the comments below and I'll respond to every single one. As always, be kind, be happy, run well, and I'll see you next time.